Good morning, I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style on a terrific Tuesday.
Yeah, back to school Tuesday.
Yes, first day back. It's exciting. I mean, the first day back to school for Albuquerque Public Schools. And, you know, I used to love getting ready for school the first day because you don't really do much work. It's kind of more like the day where you get an idea of who's in your class and what you're going to be doing all year. And it's more of a social day, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a fun day as long as you're kind of ahead of the game. But if you're going to start middle school or if you're going to start high school, I think it can be a really tough day.
It can be intimidating. Did you get intimidated when you went to middle school the first time?
No, I was really excited because it was called Up on the Hill.
Oh.
And I was like, I get to go up the hill today. I was so excited. But no, high school was the one that really intimidated me. Changing classes with everybody, you know, and being so short and trying to maneuver through the halls with the big tall people pulling your back. I mean, they totally did that to the freshmen.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they do. They do. I mean, so hopefully there will be no bullies at school today. I mean, we also want to warn everybody that if you are headed out to school, I mean, maybe past the hour that you leave, but just in case you have a little bit of a later start, be careful. There'll be a little bit more action on the roads this morning, I think, as far as traffic goes.
Oh yeah, back to school traffic.
Yes, a lot of free time though in the mornings now for the parents, so I'm sure they'll be a little bit relieved in that sense. So good luck to everybody on the first day back. Now here's an interesting story, okay? This is kind of cool. We talked about it on the news yesterday, but a lot of people didn't hear it. An 11-year-old Minnesota boy may be going back to school $50,000 richer, or maybe not. Take a look at this. Okay, there he is, right? That's the little hockey player. On Thursday night, Nate Smith made an 89-foot shot, sending a hockey puck through a 3-inch hole. Amazing, right? But he may not get the prize money because it was his identical brother, Nick, who was supposed to make the shot.
Yeah, that's not good. And you know who turned them in?
Who?
Their dad.
Yeah, their dad.
He told officials they made that typical twin switch that twins like to do. So apparently Nick had stepped away. They called out Nick's name. So Nick's twin brother went out there, made the shot, claimed it. They were so excited, $50,000, and then the dad decides, hey, we need to set an example here. We need to make sure that we tell the truth. And so they told them about the charity, about the switcheroo, and now they might not get the money.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing I think is when the kids are that young, really the parent is benefiting more because it's not like the kids have to go to work to earn the dollar right now. It's the parents who are working to pay for their kids' lives. So at this point, that was a $50,000 lesson that the dad paid. So clearly he's very, very, very in tune with wanting to set a good example.
You know, a tough lesson to teach in these economic times, but you know what? You I think it's kind of good to start early, to be honest.
Yeah, good for him. Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll still get the money.
Right. Well, the Indiana State Fair is reopened after the deadly collapse of a concert stage where Sugarland was set to perform for a crowd of 12,000 people. Questions are still lingering about the structure's safety and why fans weren't evacuated as the storm moved in, especially since another concert nearby was actually canceled because of the weather. 5 people died Saturday, and some of the 4 dozen hurt are said to still be critically wounded. Weather experts are now saying the fatal accident was preventable because of weather warnings.
It's really devastating. I mean, we showed this yesterday. It's a devastating video. It's something you don't expect. You go out to see a concert. Who would think that people would die? I mean, and the fact, see, the thing that troubles me is that you just said that there was a concert nearby that was canceled due to weather. So why was that one canceled, not this one?
Right, yeah, they were at 15 miles nearby. They said they like to allow 30 minutes for people to get into the parking lot and get out of harm's way. So with this situation, the storm was coming, and you know, this is one of those things where I think technology can actually work against you.
That's a good point,
then you have public safety, you have all these people looking at their smartphones with the radar on there. You see the big blobs of oranges and yellows and reds, and you know, that looks pretty nasty. Well, the actual wind was 12 miles ahead of where the rain was. Yeah, it was a big gust front, and those kick out well in advance of the storms. And the National Weather Service issued the warning, but then you have these people. So that could be that's a problem there. It doesn't. You can't really detect that on the. It's hard to detect on the radar. You have to have experience in schooling to kind of know what that gust front looks like. And so and you know, and it costs a lot of money, of course, to evacuate. But in this situation, you know,
what a sad story. I can only imagine they feel so guilty just Sugarland in themselves must feel awful. And they're actually scheduled to perform right here in Albuquerque on Thursday night. That's at the Hard Rock Pavilion. And we are told that the show will go on. So as we mentioned yesterday, if you do have tickets to Sugarland, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Things are looking good here, right?
And their stage may be a little different because, you know, they lost a lot with that big, do you remember the big screen they had last year? And you actually could see it in that video.
I saw that picture.
I don't know what they're going to have as a replacement, so we'll have to see.
We'll have to see, but I mean, as far as the weather goes, what are we looking at right now?
We're looking at a mainly dry day today, better chances for rain moving in tomorrow, but the wind should not be bad at all.
Okay, good.
Here's a look at the forecast.